Hey guys. Um, I began deconstructing about 7 years ago after the worst heartbreak of my life. I began to question everything and went inside myself for answers. And all the work I have done, all the truths I've been shown, all the shadows I've danced with and transmuted into personal power and sovereignty, I have redefined what it means to be a woman, a mother, a human. And now it's time to bring these deeply rooted truths to my outer world. For 20 years, I allowed others to define my worth based on the type of girl or woman I was. I had my body violated more times than I can count because saying yes felt safer than saying no. I have allowed other people's definition of what a woman in this society should be and define me, and I have held that shame in my heart and body for a very long time. But now I know that none of that was truth, and my definition of what a woman is drastically different. To me, a woman is someone who leads with her whole heart, but isn't afraid to stand up for what she truly wants and believes. She doesn't hate, but she can hold anger and love at the same time. She can be angered by the injustices and violence of the world, while also holding compassion in her heart for those who are causing them. She can stand up for what she believes, but also be open to hearing and learning from those who believe different. She is a radical force of self-love that can't be touched or diminished by any outside force because she knows who the fuck she is. She is sovereign in herself and doesn't need others to validate her, although she shares her love fiercely and freely with those she deems worthy. Hate is never in her heart, for that is not who she is. And I am that woman. Birds. But I am more than a woman as well. I am also a mother, and that needs to be redefined. To me, being a mother is more of a passive role. It's allowing my children freedom within limits to explore life to the fullest with me as their steward or guide rather than their teacher or authority figure. I am here to prepare an environment full of wonder and allow for so much time to explore and question and following the spontaneous interests that arise in them and then seeing where it takes us. It is going out to the backyard to pick weeds to turn into our apothecary cabinet. It's going on bird hunts and then going to the library because we came across a fire ant colony and want to learn more. It is not sending them to school for 8 hours a day until they become adults and their childhood is gone, and so is their passion for life because it was stifled in a system made to break spirits and produce conformity. I went to college right out of high school to be an early childhood special education teacher, and after 2.5 years, I dropped out very disenchanted with the system. So many well-meaning people whose hands were tied in the red tape of a system that wasn't made for children no matter how they branded it. And I knew I wasn't going to be a part of it. Then a few years later, I had my son and knew I had to figure something out, and that's where the homeschool dream began. But with big dreams and life purpose comes the inner work to get there, and it definitely took more time than I expected. My son will be entering 2nd grade next year, and we will officially be homeschooling full-time. Up to this point, he did CCA, a free online public school in PA that allowed him to do classes in the morning and be a kid all afternoon. But even that was tough because it's just not how humans learn. My study of astrology, human design, and the gene keys has taught me what it means to be energy and just how much our present system of control blocks us from realizing who we are and how to access our power. I will be sharing my understanding of what it means to be human and energy, why I'm choosing to homeschool and how, and also the truth I've learned from crawling my way out of rock bottom, in the hopes to spark something in as many people as I can. Because we are made for so much more than what has been taught and fed to us. And what better time than now while the systems we have all grown up in are beginning to crumble. A new way of life is going to be born from the ashes of these systems. Trailblaze with me. And we can build the foundation of a new, better way. A way of love and joy and acceptance and community. Together we can help birth a new world. We can be the phoenix rising from the ashes of the old. Always sending love.